Damn. Two ex-college hockey stars were brutally murdered in their Florida home, fool. And is Orlando, all my Floridians, goddamn, is Orlando really a bad place, fool? Do y'all think they have all these major sports teams and shit like that? If it was really a bad place, fool, or is it like just certain areas and shit? Y'all let me know something down in the comment, goddamn. What is Orlando like? And what is Orlando like compared to Miami, goddamn? I done been to the M's, or my whatever the fuck they had college. I done been to Miami for, but I would consider getting the crib in Orlando. Not even gonna hold you on God, but we ain't finna wait no time. I ain't got Pluto. Oh my God, that nigga snoring and shit. We ain't finna wait no time for. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Drop a comment what y'all want to see next. Me and my Out Now Everywhere by ReelyKT. Y'all go screen that shit. Let's get it, baby.
Yeah, this story is definitely just very hard to swallow. It's very unique.
The two snow bunnies, too. God damn.
A senseless
Them
double
bitches look like they
murder
in
sent
shape.
shockwaves across the nation when two recent college
Rest in peace,
graduates
Seattle,
were shot and killed over the weekend.
Relationships and domestic situations can be very, very flammable. It may be best to report it to authorities and let an investigation get started rather than
girl,
having to deal with the tragedy.
On Saturday, March
It look like both of that
police
kind
in
of tall
Miami-Dade,
as fuck. Well, she
Florida,
at least
responded
5'10".
to a shots fired call. When they arrived at the scene, first responders found 25-year-old Megan Moore outside, suffering from a gunshot wound. Seconds later, they heard other shots coming from inside the condo. There, they found 23-year-old Sydney Capolino, who had also been shot. Detective Eric Barnes says as soon as the shots fired call came in, first responders sprung into action.
Typically, when you have a shots fired call, that call is going to take precedence over any other call that you have, just because you want to neutralize any threat that still may be present and you want to minimize the loss of life. So any available officer that's in the area is going to be going to that call.
So they arrive to the scene and they find one woman outside with a gunshot wound. And then they hear shots coming from inside while they're on the scene. Is that out of the ordinary that would still happen as officers are first arriving?
Typically on homicide investigations, when you arrive at the scene, your victim is either transported to the hospital or they're deceased on the scene. Very rarely is there a situation where shots are still being fired. And so that's the kind of the number one rule of arriving at a crime scene. Make sure the scene is safe.
Because of that cardinal rule, Barnes says first responders likely ran past Moore after she'd been shot and straight into the condo.
As soon as the officers arrive at the scene, their first priority is to make sure that it's safe. You also want to, it's a very hard thing to do because as a human being, you see someone suffering and she may possibly still be alive. But in order for you to be able to provide the help and service that she needs, you have to make sure that the scene is safe. So you have to make sure if there's a threat there that you take care of the threat.
Both victims were former teammates on the New England College women's ice hockey team. Moore played 62 games with the team over 3 seasons, and Capolino played 79 games in 4 years. A statement released from New England College reads in part, quote, Megan and Sydney were known to many on campus, and we are deeply saddened by this devastating news. We are keeping Sydney and Megan's families and friends in our thoughts and prayers at this difficult time. Moore graduated from the school in 2021, and Capolino graduated the following year. After that, the friends moved from New Hampshire to Florida. According to police, 40-year-old Louise Napoles shot and killed both women. Moore's parents told local news outlets their daughter was just acquaintances with Napoles, but police report the pair were in a relationship at the time of the shooting. Is it possible that the large age difference between one of the victims and the shooter played a role in this crime?
Wait, oh my God, so they were all girls? A bitch killed their ass for?
That's very possible.
Yes, that's very possible.
A female killed their ass?
Going through life, going through different stages of life, it can always lead to problems within a relationship. And so someone that's about 20 years older than another one could be an indicator of maybe differences of opinion, and it could contribute to a situation like this.
Barnes says it's also possible infidelity or jealousy contributed to the crime, but it's still too early to tell.
It's one of those things that you don't really know until you take a look into the phones. And the text message and instant message, that's going to be the closest thing the investigator is going to get to interviewing the witness. Sometimes families aren't privy to what's going on inside someone's personal life, so those phones are going to be huge.
While officials have determined Napola's was the shooter, Barnes says investigators must still do their due diligence to make sure no one else was involved.
So in this line of work, you never assume. You want to make sure that you cover your bases.
Damn, so this is white on white crime, fool.
One suspect
and then it's female. That shit is crazy.
Everything open.
Gotta stay away from that. Oh God.
So you still have to make sure. Is there some unknown or some blind spot in your investigation?
How would investigators find out that information? Whether it was isolated to these three, or if there are other people who could again be involved.
The way you approach all crime scenes can be pretty much
so she killed her girlfriend, goddamn.
Starting with like any video,
20-year age difference though.
You want to talk to every witness that you can,
so the white bitch killed her girlfriend and she was like, "Oh, you still alive?" Kill and two goddamn.
And then at that point, you start to reach out to victims, figure out what was going on in their lives. And once you collected all this stuff, you look at the physical evidence at your crime scene,
and
at that point, you'll be able to put together a pretty good picture of what's going on.
Barnes says it's also possible there were red flags leading up to the double murder.
It's one of those things that you just never really know how situations are going to turn out. The best recommendation that I can make is to stay present in the lives of the people that you care about. And if there is something that you think sounds a little strange, it may be best to report it to authorities and let an investigation get started. Having to deal with the trial. I think relationships and domestic situations can be very flammable. If someone is having a hard time letting go, or someone's a little too controlling, those situations are always red flags. And it could be signs that there's danger.
But so far, we're still unclear what exactly led up to the shooting. How would they determine what a motive might have been in this case?
I think the motive, in any case, is one of the most significant things. Unfortunately, all the individuals that were involved in this incident are deceased. So investigators will have to work and figure out what the why is. And the only way to determine what the why is by speaking with the loved ones, the victims. Just trying to figure out what it was that could have possibly led to this. Maybe co-workers, and also maybe neighbors. Neighbors would be a great indicator of what the patterns were, the people that lived at the apartment. Have they heard any arguments? Just what was the day-to-day life of the individuals that are now deceased.
Investigators will also be looking to find whether this was a crime of passion, like heat of the moment, or if this was something that was premeditated.
I think that investigators will work to try to figure out what caused it. I know they will probably take a deep dive into the electronic aspect of this. Most people today live off cell phones and social media, so I would be interested into, was there any messages on social media or any text messages that went back and forth prior to the suspect showing up? And I think that the motive and what caused this is huge because the family's going to want it.
Authorities say Napola shot and killed himself after shooting both Moore and Capolino. As the investigation continues, officials will talk to those closest to him and the victims.
At this point, since the person of interest or suspect is deceased, the detectives and investigators are pretty much working for the family. They're working to close any gaps of information, just figuring out the why this happened. So once they're able to check the boxes and determine why this happened, the investigation itself is over.
And if someone watching finds themselves in a domestic violence situation with a partner or a friend, whatever it may be, what are things that they should do to protect themselves?
I would say someone that is dealing with a domestic situation. The best thing that they can do is think for themselves and think about their own safety and well-being. Sometimes situations like this can turn flammable overnight. It can one argument, one text message, and it just turns to an unpredictable situation. And sometimes things move really fast. So the best thing to do is just to kind of get distance from those situations, and to put yourself in a safe and positive situation.
While New England College is currently on spring break, a spokesperson for the school says there are still counselors available for students in need and suffering from the loss.
Reporting for Long Crime,
I'm Sierra Gillespie.
Yeah, this story is definitely...
God damn, Sierra Gillespie, you just dropped that shit. Fuck. With a black dude. Well, I don't know. Damn. That shit fucked up, bro. Rest in peace, them real spill. They look like two decent looking snow bunnies, too goddamn. You feel me? I don't need like white girl. But, damn, son. Then old dude, it turned out it wasn't a female. Old dude then killed himself. I guess he couldn't bear the consequences of his actions. But that's it for this video though, fool. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Try to comment what y'all want to see next. Definitely got to stay updated on this bit. This was March 21st. This bit was 5 days ago, goddamn. I'm gonna try to stay updated on that hoe. Y'all keep sending me these videos type shit in my DM and Twitter and shit like that. So I can calculate that hoe. But I'm gonna see y'all in that video, man. Big brr.